I'm very happy. It's a very big pleasure to have with me here two very special people are linked to a fantastic project of the Tehran Philharmonic Orchestra, where I was also, where I had the pleasure and a big honor to participate in the worst moments of the pandemic of the coronavirus all over the world. And this is a project that has been launched by Arash Gooran, that is actually the artistic director and chief conductor of the Tehran Philharmonic Orchestra. And my first contact, I had to say, were with Roshanak, the international relations manager of the Tehran Philharmonic Orchestra. And it has been a very intense collaboration with many artists all over the world, really outstanding artists, and promoted with this Iran orchestra that I found really like a very, 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 very beautiful project. And therefore I invited these two fantastic people to talk about this and to tell us a little bit about this. So Arash, Roshanak, very glad to meet you online.
Yeah, glad to meet you.
Okay. I would like actually to ask, the first thing I would like to ask.
Yeah, the honor is ours actually.
Okay, thank you. The connection is a little bit, because we are also connecting Holland, Iran, so this is a little bit difficult, but I find fantastic that this is possible via internet. So just tell us a little bit about your orchestra, Tehran Philharmonic Orchestra. It's an orchestra that has 8 years of life, if I understand. Can you tell us, Arash, a little bit more about the orchestra?
Yeah. First of all, thank you for having me in this interview. I would like to thank everyone who supported this huge global project, and it's such an honor to have that many great artists and musicians accepted my invitation for this humanitarian project. Also, thank you for your valuable energy and support. I accept my apologies in advance, but I prefer to speak in Persian because we would like to share this interview with our people, and I want to ask my dear colleague, Roshanak, to translate this interview in English. Is it okay for you? Is it possible?
It's okay. It's great. Yeah.
Great. خب من روشن جان اگه اشکال نداره توضیحات ارکستر رو می‌خواستم که به فارسی بگم که در واقع ارکستر فیلارمونیک تهران از قبل از انقلاب فعالیت می‌کرده، بعد از انقلاب هم دوباره طی یک مدت خیلی کوتاهی و از منحل شد بعد میره و ما از سال 90 دوباره تلاش کردیم که احیاش بکنیم که هر سال تعداد کنسرت‌هایی رو برگزار می‌کنیم. سولیست‌های با این ارکستر همکاری کردن و اون کی در واقع تایتلی که به جناب پرالتا فرستادیم که در واقع تایملاینی از کنسرت‌ها و رزومه ارکسترش هست.
David, I should say that this Tehran Philharmonic Orchestra has been active before the revolution in Iran, and after the revolution for a very short period, because after the revolution, you know that most of the artistic practices, especially music, they all got muted and they all got, somehow suppressed. So for a short time after the revolution, it was still active, but it couldn't continue. So they started working on this idea of Tehran Philharmonic Orchestra about 8-9 years ago, and Arash started it, and he is as you said, the artistic manager and the chief director of the and conductor of the orchestra. So what I say about the timeline of the concerts, I've sent you a text. I think we can save the time and you can look at it later to know that we have been working with really nice and mature and expert solists from all around the world, and we are actually trying to do it more and more often. But the initials is that we try to have at least 2 concerts per year, because if we can manage to invite people from outside Iran.
Yeah.
چون دیگه
برای اینکه خب چند سال پیشم در واقع دعوتنامه‌ای که اصلی ارکستر فیلارمونیک نیویورک به واسطه سازمان ملل برای ورلد کلوب پروژکت فرستاده بودن، در واقع یک نماینده از ارکستر فیلارمونیک تهران خانم فانیز فریسفی کنسرتمایستر ارکستر اون در واقع رویداد بزرگ هم شرکت کرد. یکی از واقعا افتخارهای ارکستر Philharmonic Orchestra.
And he wants to add something that he wants to add something that a few years ago the New York Philharmonic Orchestra invited, as I wrote to you, invited some of our musicians to perform in an event who was supported by the United Nations, and that is the Philharmonic Orchestra got international, somehow attention moment for the Tehran Philharmonic Orchestra.
Yeah, no. So I see, and I read also information about this great group. It's an orchestra with a lot of ambition in music, and ambition, of course, like giving a message to the world, like with this project, Beyond the Quarantine, that has been involving really fantastic musicians from all over the world. In one of the moments where actually was most needed to have this connection between artists and music for everybody. Could you tell us a little bit more about this motivation that is behind this fantastic project, where you can also find in this article? I will also put the video again for all my readers that they can also see it again. But could you tell us more about the motivation and the preparation of this whole project?
اوکی، من شروع کنم باشه اینجا، یا شما دوست دارین که راجع بهش صحبت بکنید؟
بله بهم.
ببینید، قطعا من معتقدم که هنر رسالت‌های مختلفی رو داره. رسالت‌های بیشمار هستن. یکی از رسالت‌های هنر ایجاد تغییره. ایجاد تغییری به سمت رشد، از احوال آدینس گرفته، مخاطبش گرفته، تا شرایط زمانه اش، تا روزگارش، تا حال مردمانش، تا هر آن کسی که قراره با اون اثر هنری روبرو بشه. من همشو بگم واسه یا تیک بگم؟
نه، چون که خیلی ادبی صف کنید کم کم. Yeah, David, he thinks that there is a role for art actually all over the world to somehow uplift and grow people, grow the audience. So make changes in the society or in a bigger scale in the world. So it can be affecting them and changing them in emotional ways, and also in some more deep layers. So what we are trying in Tehran Philharmonic Orchestra and Arash is personally trying to promote the projects that are actually carrying this concept, this concept of changing the world and uplifting the audience in different ways.
و خب در واقع فراتر از قرنطینه تلاشش این بودی که به فراتر از این محدوده این روزها بره. ما میدونیم که در واقع چه اتفاقی داره در جهان میفته. در واقع همه جهان میدونن وقتی یک پاندمیک اتفاق میفته رفتارها تغییر میکنه، لایف استایل‌ها تغییر میکنه، مسیر زندگی افراد تغییر میکنه، هویتشون، انتخاب‌هاشون. تلاش من این بود که به واسطه این موضوع، به واسطه ساخت اثری، پیامی رو به جهان بفرستم، نه اینکه این پیام اساساً از سمت ما باشه، پیامی که وحدت انسان‌ها رو هیچ چیز از بین نمیبره و قلب‌های انسان‌ها به واسطه چیزی فراتر از مرزها، سیاست و دیدن یا در کنار هم به هم گره خورد. و مهمترین پیام برای من در این اصل همین.
Yeah, he says that during this pandemic that we are experiencing, especially at the first, the lifestyles change, the people's behaviors, but the message of Beyond Quarantine Peace is that no matter what happens in different countries, no matter what happens in this special situation of the world, there is something more important, and this is being connected, beyond the borders, being connected by all the people all around the world through this and love. خب آرش جون.
و اینکه تصمیم گرفتم که یک اثری رو بر اساس شرایطی که توش هستیم خلق بکنم، به وجود بیارم. خیلی انتخاب‌های زیادی تو ذهنم بود. بعد به این نتیجه رسیدم که بتونیم از یک فولکلور، از یک موسیقی که در واقع شعرش هم شاید پیام این روزهای همه ما باشه استفاده بکنم برای اینکه بخوام این در واقع این هنرمندان بزرگ رو کنار هم دیگه داشته باشیم. بعد تصمیم گرفتم که در واقع از حضور هنرمندان سرشناس سراسر جهان استفاده بکنم و در واقع توانا و البته که یک تیم فوق‌العاده کنار من بود، از خود روشنک جان تا همه کسان دیگه که در این تیم هستن و حتما اسمشون رو در واقع در خود ویدیو دیدین کنار من بود برای اینکه این اتفاق بیفته. و بعد در مرحله مهمترین اتفاق حضور خود شما و تمام آرتیست‌های دیگری بود که از سراسر جهان به این اقدام انسان دوستانه پاسخ مثبت دادیم. شاید میشه گفت بزرگترین دستاورد من در طول تاریخ کاری هنریم همین پروژه‌ای که انجام دادم. اگر بخوام کاملا بخش‌های در واقع رزومه‌ای یا اینها رو بذارم کنار، برای من شخصی که بزرگترین دستاوردهای بود که در طول زندگی هنریم به دست آوردم در این اثر.
Yeah, he says when he was actually developing this concept in his head, do something with using music to send this message to the people of the world. He was taking different pieces from these and different. Finally, he chose to do this special folklore song, as you know, that is actually the lyrics is also very connected to the concept that we had. So he started composing, rearranging, and a modern. Can I say presentation of this folklore song to use it in this special situation to spread the message of the piece. And he says that that's why he started thinking about working with well-known, famous, expert artists all around the world to help him actually to send this message to more deeper layers and to more vaster group of the audience. So, and he says that this, without the help of people like you who actually accepted to participate in this project, and it was a great honor for all of us. And actually, the role of the team is very important too. And he is very kind to mention me as someone who helps the whole project, somehow happen. But as I told you, it was a group of 40 people. So yeah, I was a very small part of it. One thing that I forgot to translate, is that he believes that this is the most important and the most beautiful thing he has done during his whole, professional life. And he thinks it's this climax in his resume. So for us, it is, of course.
Yeah, nice. Well, as I told at the beginning of this chat interview, is that the connection is a little bit difficult, it's a little bit complicated, but I mean we are getting very much about what I wanted to have is the impression actually from you that we all had also. All the people were participating here, all these 40 professionals of 12 different countries, outstanding musicians, that we were actually believing in this project because it's actually a moment where we all need to have this connection beyond quarantines, but beyond politic, religion, or any other ideas. So it's actually very nice to have him participating, and I think also it's going very well because I see that there are like more than 1.5 million viewers only in Instagram. What are the reactions are you getting from this project there in Iran?
در مورد آمارها فکر کنم اگه شما بهشون توضیح بدی یا اینکه اصلا کجاها رفتی و پخش شدن خب خیلی بهتر باشه.
آرش من اصلا نشنیدم چی گفتی.
فکر میکنم که در واقع میخوان که حالا در مورد اینکه چجوری اینقدر پخش شد کار رو 1 میلیون خورده با در اینستاگرام دیده شد، فکر کنم میتونه یه توضیحاتی در مورد بهش بدین که اصلا چگونه این پخش شده و اصلا به چگونه در واقع پابلیک شد.
Actually, I think one of the things that helped us get more exposure was actually the two of the musicians, the vocalists, because Homayun Shajarian is actually very well known in Iran, and he is actually son of a legend of Iranian music. So with his collaboration and with his popularity, we got more exposure. I think all over the world, if a small orchestra, who hasn't, who is independent and who doesn't have the support of the anything, they cannot have much exposure. So I think one of the most important reasons is Arash himself and choosing Humayun to participate in this project. And Humayun was very much into the concept and into the artwork. So he helped a lot to whole project be seen actually inside Iran. Outside Iran, it was with the help of musicians who spread the the message and spread the artwork all over. The media, they knew the friends and the professional musicians. So yeah, I think it was all happening because of lots of factors, and the most important things were these two, I guess. Yeah. تو چیزی میخوای اضافه کنی؟
نه خیلی عالیه حضور ابینمه و خب خیلی از کسان دیگه که در واقع توی پروژه حضور داشتن که خب مشخصا بر هیچ کس پوشیده نیست و همه میدونن که به همت در واقع تمام این افراد و حضورشون این پروژه به این سمت رفت و در واقع فقط وابسته به حالا آهنگسازی من یا در واقع ایده‌ای که در ذهن من بود برای شروع پروژه نبود. به حق که حضور همه آدم‌ها در این پروژه واقعا باعث شد یک تیم ورک بزرگ به نظر من، شاید میشه گفت حالا اولین و آخرین بودن خیلی فضیلت نیست، ولی شاید میشه گفت یک پروژه بزرگ به دست آدم‌های مهمی واقعا از این عزیزانی که شرکت کردن رقم خورد.
Yeah, he also thinks the whole team, each and every one of us who participated in this project help this project to be seen and to be actually the first step to happen, and after that to be seen all over the world. And yeah, as I told you, Humayun and Abir were two vocalists who helped us. They have the most exposure because they are popular, so they helped us a lot.
Mm-hmm. No, it's fantastic. I really I have to thank you both for this hard working, and I know there has been also many people behind, because the quality of this project has been really fantastic, and I mean the numbers are there to show that. Yeah. What's next?
Thank you. Project.
Actually, I can say I will let him think more, and I can say that right after we finished this project and the after effects of the project, actually one week we were all involved in this, people reacting to it and us, answering them, thanking them, but he has done a piano recital in the most important music halls in Iran, in the whole Iran, and it's gonna be published soon, I think 2 weeks. And he, as far as I know him, he has just lots of projects, and he doesn't even have time to somehow digest the first project that he has done. He just jumps to the next. So I don't know what is next, but he's gonna tell you.
That's very kind of you, Roshanak. بله، من دارم به این فکر میکنم که حالا راجع به پروژه فراتر از قرنطینه چیزی شبیه به این شاید در واقع دیگه تو ذهنم نیست که اتفاق بیفته، ولی خیلی دلم میخواد، همیشه آرزوی این رو داشتم که در واقع یک ارکستر از تمام کشورهای جهان رو، چه به واسطه من چه به واسطه هر شخص دیگری، البته که قطعا دوست دارم که اون ارکستر رو با رپرتواری که تو ذهنم هست رهبری بکنم، اما خیلی دلم میخواد که یک ارکستر داشته باشیم متشکل از نوازندگانی از تمام کشورهای جهان، و این ارکستر به نظر من حتی فراتر از خود موسیقی خواهد زد، فراتر از خود مفهوم خواهد زد. موسیقی زبانی بین‌المللی به هر شکلی بدون نیاز به هیچ واسطه‌ای میتونه با مخاطبش ارتباط برقرار کنه، میتونه حرف بزنه بدون هیچ کلمه‌ای، و به نظر ما باید ازش استفاده بکنیم. جدای در واقع مقوله خلق مفهوم در خود موسیقی، این رسالت موسیقی برای من الان از هر چیزی شاید دیگه مهم‌تر هست.
He says it doesn't have anything special like this quarantine project right now in his mind. On his mind, but he has always been wishing to be the conductor of a big church who is a big concert with musicians from all around, all over the world, and he is actually having this idea that maybe he can have this great orchestra with people from different parts of the world, because he thinks that the characteristic of music is that he can use it in a way beyond music itself. It goes, when you do some international project, like it go beyond even music. You go touch some in the people's minds and hearts, and I don't know where it goes. So yeah, he actually wishes for something big like that.
Fantastic, beautiful. Well, I want to thank you both, Arash and Roshanak, for this time, to share this time. I have to say, beyond internet, in this case, with all these difficulties that can be with these connections and everything. But I appreciate very much your not only your humanity and your sharing with us all these special things are behind. I feel, and I really feel that music has put together many people in one of the most difficult moments in history, probably, and that's the most valuable. And I say it really from my heart. So thank you very much, and I wish you a lot of luck and all the best. And yeah, you can count on us, not only me, but you can count on us.
Thank you, David, for inviting us, and for asking us to talk with you about this project, which is very valuable for our too. And we also think that it was the perfect moment, and in a very weird situation, a very good choice to to somehow show that what we really think in our minds and feel in our hearts. So yeah, and personally, I thank you, because as you know, I'm not from the background of music, and it is my first project, and it has gone really well beyond my imagination. So it's really nice to talk to you about it.
Yeah, for me, it's such an honor to see you, and I hope to see you in person soon and make music together with you and with many other great musicians like you, and who working hard on this matter, like music, like art. And thank you very much for having me in this interview. I wish a world full of peace, um, full of love for all people.
Thank you very much.